Hello everyone, I'm Lily to pursue his goddess. A Yan travels through time, using every trick in the book. Will he be able to change the story's ending and get what he wants? Let's watch the movie, The Time Machine of Love, together. A Yan is a senior in college who has a crush on his goddess, Teacher Zio Mai. One day, he dreams again that Teacher Zio Mai is pushing him down with her slender waist. Watching the scenes unfold before him, A Yan is completely captivated, his nose bleeding profusely. Just as Teacher Zio Mai is about to kiss him, a photographer with glasses slaps him back to reality. A Yan is furious. He turns over, intending to continue the dream, but the photographer with glasses immediately reads A Yan's sleep-talking and nags him. A Yan slaps him hard. The photographer with glasses, angered by the slap, leaves him and goes to class. After the photographer leaves, A Yan lies alone in bed, reminiscing about the tender moments with Teacher Zio Mai the previous night. That day in class, Ayan saw his goddess, Teacher Zio Mai, again. Teacher Zio Mai was wearing high heels and a tight-fitting dress, and she was personally tutoring him. Looking at Teacher Zio Mai's prominent breasts, Ayan's heart was pounding. The bell rang, and a handsome man with blonde hair walked in carrying a large bouquet of flowers. He was Teacher Zio Mai's boyfriend. With the entire class in front of him, the blonde man knelt down and said, "Big ball, oh no, Zio Mai, let's get married." The students jostled and mingled, but Ayan stood there like a lost soul. Click! Teacher Zio Mai happily agreed to the blonde man's request and put on a ring. After class, Ayan lay in the corridor, heartbroken. A bespectacled man walked over and silently handed Ayan a tissue, which Ayan immediately slapped away. Seeing the heartbroken Ayan, the bespectacled man silently comforted him. Just then, Teacher Zio Mai walked over. To make Ayan give up, the bespectacled man decisively stopped Teacher Zio Mai and asked her how she and her boyfriend, blonde hair, met. Teacher Zio Mai said she was robbed on the street 4 years ago, but her boyfriend, Huang Mao, saved her. Later, while caring for Huang Mao in the hospital, they developed feelings for each other and got together. After Teacher Zio Mai left, the photographer, a man with glasses, comforted Ayan, saying, "They've known each other for 4 years. Even if you pursued him, it would be too late. Wish him well." Ayan immediately exploded. "Teacher Zio Mai loves romance. I can create romance. We're a match made in heaven. If I had met Teacher Zio Mai first, I would have won him over long ago." Seeing he couldn't persuade her, the man with glasses dismissively said, "Unless you can travel back 4 years, it's all just empty talk." He then turned and left. Feeling down, Ayan went for a walk on the beach. An old man collecting trash lost his phone and asked Ayan to help him find it. The kind-hearted Ayan had no choice but to help search. Finding a phone on a vast beach was no easy task, but with Ayan's persistent and caring efforts, he actually found it. The old man was overjoyed to have found his phone. It turned out to be the last gift his late wife had given him, which was why he cherished it so much. To repay Ayan, the old man gave him several pocket watches, telling him that these watches could take him to any time and place he wanted, and instructing him to run at full speed every time he returned. "Wait a minute, old man. If you have pocket watches that can travel through time, why don't you look for your phone or your wife yourself? If all else fails, buy a lottery ticket. You don't need to scavenge for trash." Ayan didn't think too much about it. He returned to his dormitory and lay on his bed, playing with the pocket watch the old man had given him. Bored, Ayan learned from the photographer with glasses that he had received an anonymous love letter in his drawer last year. He really wanted to know who wrote it and said he wished he could go back to that time. After finishing, the photographer with glasses turned around and found that Ayan, who had been lying on his bed, was gone. Good heavens, the old man's pocket watch really could travel through time. Ayan, clutching the pocket watch, collapsed into the classroom from a year ago. Hearing someone approaching the classroom, he hurriedly hid to the side. He then saw Zio Kai, a girl in his class, carefully placing a love letter in her drawer. After Zio Kai left, a Yan went out and glanced at the love letter. It was exactly the same as the one he had received a year ago. Looking at the blackboard again, he realized the college entrance exam countdown. A Yan finally understood that the pocket watch he was holding could truly travel through time. When he returned to his dorm, he happily lay on his bed laughing. The guy with the camera glasses, unaware of what a Yan had experienced, thought he had just gone out and kept urging him to go to sleep, asking why he was making such a fuss so late at night. The next day, a Yan went to the office, called Teacher Zio Mai, and learned from him the time and place of his meeting with the man with the yellow hair. Ayan wanted to go back 4 years and be the hero. Without hesitation, Ayan took the pocket watch and traveled back in time. After confirming the date from the newspaper, Ayan suddenly heard a girl screaming in danger. He dashed over, kicked the robber away, and saved the girl. And then, to his surprise, it wasn't Teacher Xiaomai. Ayan rushed forward to find Teacher Xiaomai, but when he saw her, she was already walking her dog hand in hand with Huangmao. What? Teacher Xiaomai must have gotten the date wrong. Helpless, Ayan could only try to return to reality. He found Teacher Xiaomai again and asked her when she met her boyfriend Huangmao. After confirming the date, Ayan began his second time travel. This time, he successfully found Teacher Xiaomai and followed her. Always ready to be a hero, he was about to rescue her when a robber suddenly appeared and blocked Teacher Xiaomai's path. To make a good impression on Teacher Xiaomai, Ayan rushed forward and fought the robber, while Teacher Xiaomai screamed in fear. Huangmao appeared just in time to comfort Teacher Xiaomai, and the two fell in love at first sight. Ayan, who was fighting the robber, was completely stunned. How could this happen? It's outrageous. Back in reality, Ayan was very troubled. He rested and prepared for his third time travel. The second time, he painstakingly traveled back to before the robbery in Bashan, found the robber, and earnestly persuaded him to turn back from his ways, even appealing to his emotions. After listening, the robber wept uncontrollably, promising never to rob again. Meanwhile, Ayan saw Huangmao and Teacher Xiaomai nearby, about to meet. To stop this, Ayan threw a bottle at Huangmao and then falsely accused the robber, saying she would rather die than be humiliated. The robber was enraged. "I've been so sincere to you, and now you slander me." Seeing Ayan's concern for the girl walking on the street, the robber pulled out a drawer and rushed towards Teacher Xiaomai. Huangmao rushed to Teacher Xiaomai to protect her, but was immediately knocked unconscious by the robber. Ayan shielded Teacher Xiaomai and was brutally beaten by the robber, collapsing to the ground. Fortunately, this time, Teacher Xiaomai finally saw her. The plot finally turned around. Any more of this would be unbearable. Teacher Xiaomai personally took Ayan to the hospital and then cared for her diligently day and night. Although Ayan was covered in injuries, seeing Teacher Xiaomai staying by her bedside filled her with immense joy. Their relationship grew increasingly close. One day, after putting Teacher Xiaomai to sleep, Ayan left the ward. The next day, Teacher Xiaomai rushed to the ward, only to find Ayan gone. She searched everywhere, asking everyone, but couldn't find him. Suddenly, she heard singing coming from the hospital lobby. Following the sound, she saw Ayan sitting unharmed among the crowd, playing the guitar and singing passionately. Ayan walked up to Teacher Xiaomai and continued singing love songs. Teacher Xiaomai recalled their shared moments and realized she had already fallen in love. Seeing Ayan's heartfelt confession, Teacher Xiaomai was overwhelmed with emotion and then turned and ran. Yes, that's right, she ran away. "Oh, what kind of tactic is this, sister?" After her failed confession, Ayan lay in bed, utterly bewildered. Wasn't this how the script was supposed to go? Wasn't it supposed to be a case of love blossoming over time? How could she be rejected? Seeing that Teacher Xiaomai wasn't answering her calls, Ayan was heartbroken. Just then, Dr. Zhu Zhai told her that Teacher Xiaomai was at the hospital counter. Ayan leaped out, but Teacher Xiaomai turned and walked away as soon as she saw her. Ayan quickly chased after her, stopping her and demanding to know why she had rejected her. Teacher Xiaom hesitated and said, "I'm older than you, and I'll age faster than you." Upon hearing this reason, Ayan immediately declared that she didn't care about age. The most important thing was that they loved each other. With Ayan's persistent insistence, Teacher Xiaomai finally accepted her. Ayan happily brushed aside Teacher Xiaomai's hair and kissed her forehead. After being discharged from the hospital, the two lived together, spending their days sweetly together, hugging and kissing each other. Life was wonderful, and time flew by. Before they knew it, it was time for Ayan to start university. She was still teaching in Teacher Xiaomai's class, but at the same time, Ayan saw Teacher Xiaomai's boyfriend, Huangmao, on campus, and her unease returned. Sure enough, after some investigation, she discovered that Huangmao had been transferred to Teacher Xiaomai's school. To prevent him from meeting Teacher Xiaomai, Ayan tried various ways to avoid them, such as pretending to have a relapse during a life-saving emergency to get Teacher Xiaomai away. She also arranged for teacher Xiaomai to take a secluded, romantic path to and from get off work to avoid meeting Huangmao. However, what you fear most often happens. That day, Huangmao was in a hurry taking out teacher Xiaomai's file folder. She rushed to her office to find her. The two met and fell in love at first sight. Meanwhile, at home, resting, Ayan accidentally cut her hand, a bad feeling creeping into her heart. After this, teacher Xiaomai became absent-minded and increasingly indifferent to Ayan. On teacher Xiaomai's birthday, Ayan prepared a romantic candlelight dinner at home, waiting for her to return. But teacher Xiaomai told Ayan that she was tutoring a student and would be home late, a lateness that lasted until the next morning. When teacher Xiaomai returned home, Ayan, who had waited all night, rushed forward and demanded to know where she had been. Teacher Xiaomai opened Ayan's hand, saying that she had met someone and couldn't help but fall in love with him. Ayan was furious. "Love is a light. It's so green it makes me panic. Look at the green hat on my head, isn't it beautiful?" Upon learning that the man was a blonde-haired man, Ayan completely broke down, kneeling on the ground and wailing. After trying so hard for so long, she had finally lost to the original wife. Back in reality, Ayan sat alone by the sea, reminiscing about the past, everything feeling like a dream. At that moment, the old man reappeared, comforting Ayan, saying that the beauty of love lies not in the outcome, but in the experience. Ayan nodded, seemingly understanding, smiling as she let go of everything, finally releasing her obsession with teacher Xiaomai. Then, Xiaokai, the girl who wrote Ayan love letters years ago, walked up to her, and the two sat side by side looking at the sea. The film ended there. The film Chasing Love Time Machine was directed by Wu Qiang, who also directed the thriller web series Soul Beidou, so her technical skills are undeniable. The film's packing is clear. The first half shows Ayan constantly traveling through time to pursue teacher Xiaomai. The second half shows Ayan's anxieties after being with teacher Xiaomai, preventing her from meeting her boyfriend, Huangmao, and the ending is both unexpected and logical. The film shows the director's clever touches, such as Ayan running back to reality and hanging firecrackers behind her to speed things up. However, the acting and the overall setting of the film were quite disappointing. Leaving aside the fact that a university campus was set in a high school, the casting of the female lead, teacher Xiaomai, was jarring. A teacher can be sexy, but relying solely on her large breasts to attract attention throughout the film is rather uninteresting. There are quite a few films about love across time, and creating a fantastical and beautiful atmosphere is fundamental, but this film is far too down-to-earth. Furthermore, the male lead, Ayan, uses his own experience to tell us that sometimes it's necessary to let go and never assume you can do it all. Everyone has their own destined love, and the ultimate secret to happiness is cherishing the people around you in the present. As usual, feel free to leave a comment if you have any other opinions about this film. If you liked what I said, please subscribe me. See you next time.